Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My battery's almost dead, but it's right now 6:30. I didn't know it's 6 o'clock, but I'm leaving. I cleaned the whole apartment. Let's do a quick tour. So just empty except for my jacket. Empty. It's focusing. And then the living room. It's crazy. And here I still need to take my bed off. That's all. And then look. We're back. The bed behind. So pretty. Like, I'm gonna need to take a picture of that. But now I have everything packed. I just need to close my suitcase. I'm just looking around real quick. I don't think I missed anything. My landlord, I think you call it like that, is gonna bring me to the station here in Termini. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Hello everyone and welcome. So I thought, because the first part of like getting back to the Netherlands was so short, let's tell you guys some tips that I would love to know if I was going to an internship abroad. So I have 12 tips for you guys. So let's share them. Okay, so for the first tip, and I didn't know this, but my sister is going to travel, and so apparently there are WhatsApp groups, so you can meet other people if you guys are in the same country. So because I'm from the Netherlands, there are a few Dutch groups, and then you can just, for every country, I'm pretty sure there is one. I'm not sure how you can find these groups, but I think you can just look on TikTok and you'll see a group you can be added to. Tip number 2, make sure to get all your papers ready on time. It's just nice to know that you're ready, that you have everything. So with papers, I mean like things you need for your internship. For me, I needed like a contract, but everything was like filled in online, so I did that when I was still at home. But also I made sure to print some things out that I needed to be signed there, so that I have everything ready and don't need to print things there, or like, I don't know, find things there. Also with like insurance and everything, make sure that it's like all perfect. Then look for a place to stay early. Like, start with it early, because I think I started like, I need to remember when I was going. Okay, so I started looking for a place 2 months before, I think, like a month, 2 months, which is like no, like 2 to 3 months before I started looking, and I found it pretty hard. I don't know how it is for other people, but I personally found it pretty difficult to like search for things, or like not search for things, but actually find something that is that on the side that there is someone who is reacting. So how I got my place, there was another intern that we were looking for a place together, but she was going there a month early, and then she found a place, and the place next to her got free. So that's how I got a place. So I'm very thankful, because otherwise there would be like lots of panic, because I think it was like 3 weeks beforehand, like a month, 3 weeks till I actually got a place before I went. So yeah. Keep a diary so you can look on it back later. You can also like make like a photo album. I had polar steps because my family can just look like how can I explain to you guys? So it's an app and then every time you can just make like a step, so you can put pictures with it, and you can like put like text with it, like what you're doing. And you don't have to do it like all the time. You can just do whatever you have, something fun you did, or like the first day, last day, I don't know. And then you can just, it like you have a map with it, and it just follows you also. And then later you can also make an album out of it, so that's pretty cool. And fun to look back on later. Next down is, personally, it's a big one for me. Make sure you start packing on time, because when I went to Italy, I think I started packing my bags like 2 days before, which is fine, but it's not really. I forgot a few things. I was like, oh damn, like I really needed that, or like not really needed it, but like I needed it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I did wanted it, and I kind of missed it. So either make a really good list of things you need, or just get packing like a week before, so when you can see something, you're like, in the suitcase you go. And then also, when you're leaving the country you're staying in, make sure you pack on time, because I left on Friday and I started packing Wednesday, which I think 2 days before. Okay, I still had my internship on Wednesday and Thursday, and let me tell you, Thursday I was panicking. It was not fun to pack. What happened, my sister already took some things for me, like a thick sweater, or like shirts, and like a few pants. So because I bought a few things, so I knew, I was like, okay, well, if she can take a few things, nice. And luckily she did, because otherwise I couldn't take everything with me back to the Netherlands. What happened, Wednesday I packed all my clothes, and I was like, okay, I have plenty of space. I did not. So Wednesday I did like all the clothes. I packed it. I had like a big suitcase and a carry-on. And Thursday I needed to clean everything. So also make sure to get your cleaning like started already a little bit earlier, because that made me almost cry, because I still had so much to do. It was horrible, and it's totally my own fault, but I was gonna do it all in time. I did not. Okay, so back. And Thursday I was starting to backpack like all the rest of the stuff, and I realized it was not gonna fit. So then I was like going room to room. So I first started in a bedroom, and then because I like took everything out of the bathroom and I cleaned the bedroom, and then like to the next room and next room, and I just have way too much stuff. And then lastly it was like in the bedroom, and I was there and I was looking at my suitcase, and I was like, no way, this is gonna fit. So it was like, I think I slept at 12, and I had to get up at like 5, 6 in the morning. But I had to repack my whole suitcase, so make sure, guys, you pack your suitcase on time so you don't have to cry about it. Next one, looks for apps. Wow, look for apps for transport. So I met a lovely couple on the plane, on the first plane. They were also Dutch. They were also going to Palermo, and the lady told me for a train app. And the train app wasn't really working. I didn't understand it. And then I was actually there, and I met the other people, and they were like Trenitalia. I think that was what it was called. But I'm sure if I just looked at it when I was still back in the Netherlands, I would probably have found it. So make sure you kind of know what apps, because you can still buy their tickets, but it doesn't always work for some reason with me. So for me it was really easy to know that. Next one, if you have a budget, divide the money. I got this tip from another person in my class who also went on an internship abroad, and she said, like, because we get money from, is it like the government? I'm not really sure actually, but there's something called the Erasmus, and we get money from there. I got like quite a lot, so I can pay my rent and like the groceries. It's meant to like pay like for everything that you're doing there, like the basics. So my friend told me to, because I was there 3 months, he told me to divide the money into 3 months, so you know exactly what you can spend in a month. Because she told me she didn't do that, and then she spent quite a lot of money in the first month. So that's a great tip if you like have a budget and you don't have the money to spend a lot. So if you can, and there are other internships and you want, of course, try to make contact before already. I think most internships you can just ask for like, hey, are there other interns, and like, is it okay if I can get their numbers or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, so you can like already get to know each other. I didn't do it, but I mean, I knew one already, and I actually quite liked it because it's more comfortable because you already know someone. And the Friday when I got there, we went out and I met the other interns and the boss and like someone else who worked there, so it was quite nice to already know you. Share your location with someone at home or someone at the internship. My parents had my location. To be honest, it feels kind of safe, like they know where you are if you have your phone on you, of course. But I like it. If there is something, of course they cannot come to you because you're in a totally different country, but at least they know where you are, and for me it like felt a little bit safer. Tip number 10, take personal things with you, like stuffed animals, pictures, and make your space more your own, so you get more comfortable. Because you know, it's hard being from home. For me it was the first time. I definitely cried a few times. Like, it was not a lot actually. I was fine a lot of the time, and I called my parents a lot, and also my grandparents I called a few times, and that's just nice. So I also had a stuffed animal with me. My sister made a book for me with like some people who wrote in it, like friends, family, so that was really nice. So you can just like, if you're having a hard time, you can just look back. And also with photos, I feel like it helps. Look how the weather is before you go. I know I had pretty nice weather. It was between the 10, 15, 20 degrees, so that's pretty good. Yeah, just so you know, and maybe choose some different outfits because sometimes they get hot. And then lastly, try to learn the language a little bit. So I already had Duolingo. I know Duolingo is probably not the best app, but I mean, it's nice, you know, some sentences. And I learned first Spanish, and then I started to learn Italian. And I mean, when they're talking, you don't really know what they're saying, but you like sometimes recognize a few words, and I think that's nice. So sometimes there are like words, and then you like know a little bit what you're talking about, which, I mean, I'm not gonna learn a whole new language in 3 months. I definitely didn't. So I mean, I like to know, like, whenever they said a word that I also knew, I was like kind of proud of myself. So yeah, it's kind of nice. For me personally, I found it pretty nice. So these were all the tips. I think there were like 12. I hope you guys like these tips. And I hope you had any way of use for it. I'm sorry, I need to translate for that. But yeah, that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have more questions, you can let me know and I will comment back. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Bye.